Thousands of earthquakes in an Icelandic fishing village, massive cracks opening on the streets and in homes, a mile-long pool of lava below the town threatening to erupt in the land of fire and ice where the Earth's heartbeat echoes through glaciers and lava fields. A shocking event has just occurred. It was a typical day in this freezing country, the sky painted in hues of orange and pink and with the sun just beginning its descent. Little did the unsuspecting locals know that Mother Nature was about to unleash a force that would send shock waves through the very core of the earth. But what caused this massive rupture? Could it be a sign of approaching chaos, or could it just be nature's way of reminding us who's really in charge? Join us on this adrenaline-pumping journey as we uncover the mystery behind how a 100-feet-wide crack has just opened the Iceland volcano. The Vagarfjall mountain is not just any mountain, it's a volcano, and it's got a whole dramatic scene going on. Eruptive FES cones and lava fields surrounded, creating a fiery spectacle. This place is so special that it even has the same name as the mountain itself, Fagradalur. Scientists used to think that Fagradalur was just a sidekick to the Cusick Trollhättinga volcanic system in southwest Iceland. Fagradalur is now considered a volcanic superstar all on its own. It sits right on the edge of the Eurasian and North American plates, where things are getting a bit intense with all the plate spreading and left lateral shear action. The chic volcanic system, Fagrafjall's old buddy, has been pretty chill in the Holocene with its last eruption way back in the century. Fagrafjall, on the other hand, was a snoozer for a whopping 6,342 years. It finally woke up from its beautiful sleep on March 2021, surprising everyone with an eruption fissure. The Fagradalur drama is just a part of the bigger chaos happening on the Reykjavik Peninsula. Unrest is the name of the game, with multiple volcanic systems throwing explosions. There was even some drama with the Thorin volcano next to Sereni and the Blue Lagoon in 2020. The eruptions at Fagradalur were totally unexpected. The neighboring systems were hogging the spotlight, being more active, and all Fagradalur just wanted to remind everyone that it's still got some fiery tricks up its sleeve. The 2021 eruption in Ranis is a unique spectacle, marking the first time we've witnessed such an event along this part of the plate boundary. It sets itself apart from typical eruptions where the main volcanoes are fueled by a magma chamber beneath them, dictating the eruption size and duration based on the chamber's dimensions and pressure instead of a conventional setup. It seems this eruption might be powered by a relatively slim and lengthy channel connected to Earth's cape. The lava's journey might be influenced by the specific traits of this eruption channel. The channel could also have ties to a deep magma reservoir near the boundary between the Earth's crust and mantle, adding in extra layer of interest. Some experts even speculate that the volcanic activity in this area might keep us company for decades, turning this eruption into a long-term performance rather than a fleeting show. On the night of March 19, 2021, something extraordinary happened in a remote place called Gelding Eller, a quiet spot to the south of Fagradalur, a place that hadn't seen any volcanic action for a whopping 800 years. Fagradalur itself had been in a deep slumber for 6,000 years. The Icelandic Meteorological Office broke the news at 10 minutes to 10 p.m. that day. A crack in the earth about 600 to 700 m long burst open, like a burning bandage, spewing molten lava across an area smaller than a square kilometer. Lucky for the people around the place was mostly deserted, so no one was in immediate danger. They dubbed this raging spectacle Jingadal Goose, which sounds like a hot dance. Some experts speculated that this eruption might be a long-lasting affair, like a volcano showing off. For several years word got around, and people from Reykjavik's town flocked to witness this natural drama. The view was mesmerizing, but there was a catch: an invisible curtain of volcanic gases, including sneaky carbon dioxide, oid and carbon monoxide, made certain parts off limits. Fast forward to April 13th, and the plot thickened. 4 new craters joined the hot party in Jingadalur. Surrounded by the lava flows, the lava, which had taken a breather for a bit, decided to crank up the heat again. This heat spectacle kept the audience entertained until the end of June. From June to early September, the volcano entered a phase of unpredictability. There were moments of intense lava flow followed by periods of chilling inactivity. On June 4th, the main trail to the prime viewing spot on Gonal got a lava makeover, cutting off access. The lava pulled the same stunt at a different spot on the morning of June 13th. Just when they thought it was over, a colossal wall standing 5 m tall and stretching 200 m wide emerged on June 15. Its mission is to divert the lava from Nada Kiki, where crucial structures stood guard to the west and north. Fast forward to June 25, a new player entered the scene: a 3 to 5 m high barrier at Nagi's mouth. Its purpose is to play the delaying game, holding back the lava from devouring the southern coastal road and the charming properties on Isle Scaly. But deep down everyone knew the lava had its own plans, a meeting with the sea. What if there was a bridge to let the lava sneakily flow underneath the road? Someone pitched it, but the idea got the boot. 3 months into the volcanic saga, the lava's rhythm was steady, a cool 12 cubic m/s. The heat EMB brace stretched over 3 square km, growing by a neat 60,000 square m each day, a river of molten lava like a hot snake, constantly moving. It's like a hidden dance, sometimes happening beneath the Earth's surface, other times revealing itself above ground. The eruptions were like a roller coaster ride, sometimes wild, sometimes calm, with a surprise twist here and there. The lava left no clues about its connection to the crater's activity, tracking this hot journey from the sky with helicopters and satellites playing detective. They kept a steady rhythm until June 23, then took a break on June 28, chilling out for hours. The calm didn't last long though. As they came back on June 29, it became a pattern of being quiet for a while, then back in action. There was a 4-day vacation for the lava flow from July 5 to July 9, only to resume with a new style, starting slow and then picking up the pace. On July 10, lava emerged not just from the top, but also from the bottom of the volcano. It flowed into the valleys like a hot waterfall, and then on July 14, a piece of the volcano's northeastern side decided to take a dive. The lava, once a speedy racer at a 10 m³ per second, slowed down to a chill 5 to 6 m³ per second. Blame it on the lazy days from late June to mid-July. The Vulcan Volo seemed to have its own mood swings, with hours of quiet time and then a burst of heat energy. Rumors floated around that there might be some roadblocks in the top 100 met of the eruption channel. In July, the eruption on the Reykjavik Peninsula was like no other. It was a volcanic spectacle of epic proportions. On the 27th of July, measurements showed that the lava flow had not just increased, but it had reached levels that hadn't been seen since June, possibly even surpassing them. The molten rock was gushing out at an average rate of 177 to 18 cubic m/s. For 8 to 10 days straight, the most massive flow recorded yet, though with a bit of uncertainty, after a couple of months where the lava had been channeling mainly into the Mirador valleys. Things took a turn on August 21. The hot rivers changed course, pouring down the Nagi Valley once again. By this point, this volcanic display had secured its place as the second longest eruption in Iceland for the entire 21st century. The volcano decided to take a break on September 2, giving everyone a breather. However, just when they thought it was over, the lava made a comeback on September 11. It burst through the surface in different spots as if refusing to be contained. The main crater seemed blocked, yet lava found its way through a crack in the northwest wall, spilling outside the volcano, creating a hot masterpiece. The lava was flowing at an average rate of 8.5 cubic m/s over the past 32 days, covering an amazing 4.6 kilometers, with a lava field that reached a staggering 143 million cubic m. After a continuous eruption, something strange and captivating happened. On September 13, a pulsing pattern emerged similar to the rhythm seen in hot springs. It was as if the volcano had a heartbeat, and its eruptions were arranged by some unseen force beneath the surface. On the 14th of September, the volcano was like a beating heart, pulsing with energy and bursting forth in eruptions 8 times every hour. No lava was just spewing out directly from the crater. It decided to take the drama route and started oozing out in a big way from somewhere else around the volcano. On the 15th of September, on the 16th of September in the year 21, the volcano made history by throwing a 181-day-long eruption party, officially becoming the longest eruption in Iceland for the 21st century. The lava was no slacker, and it flowed at a rate of 16 cubic m/s from the 11th to the 7th of September, creating a lava field that covered a whopping 4.8 square kilometers. The volcano needed a breather and took a break on the 18th of September. The activity didn't just drop like a rock, it decided to slow down, making the whole thing a bit unusual. Then on the 18th of October, the alert level went from orange to yellow. That is because no lava had thrown a party since the 18th of September. The Icelandic Meteorological Office even rings in saying Kristofik volcano is just chilling now, but keep an eye out. On July 30, 2022, a bunch of earthquakes shook up the area near a lava field in Djingadalur. According to the International Maritime Organization, on July 31, they counted almost 3,000 earthquakes. People in southwest Iceland, Rennesberg, Grindavik, the capital region, and even as far as Borgarnes felt the ground rumbling beneath them. Some of these quakes were pretty hefty, with the biggest one hitting a magnitude of 4 at 3 minutes after 2 p.m. and another one measuring a 5.4 at 12 minutes to 6 p.m. According to the Norwegian Meteorological Agency, the ground deformation models suggested that there was some magma hanging out about 1 kilometer below the surface at 11 minutes to 6 p.m. on August 2, as per the IMO. Fast forward to August 3. After a few weeks of all the shaky business on the Ryukyu Peninsula, over 10,000 earthquakes were recorded between July 30 and August 3, including 2 big ones over 5.0 Mino DWW, and bam, a new eruption kicked off at Fagel FAL. A live camera feed from the site showed magma shooting out from a narrow crack in the ground by August 4. The Icelandic Meteorological Office estimated that the crack was a whopping 360 m long. People were eager to witness the spectacle, with over 1,830 visitors on the first day alone. The Meteorological Office wasn't too thrilled about it. They warned people to steer clear of Fagre Dalal because of the fresh eruption a hot river made its way down the slope towards the northwest with a speed of 32 cubic m/s at the eruption start. As the clock ticked from 1,700 on August 3 to 1,100 on August 4, the flow grew to an average of 18 cubic m/s. In those early hours, a whopping 1,600,000 cubic m of lava had already transformed a 0.14 sq km stretch. The good news came from Iceland's Department of Civil Protection and Emergency Management, assuring that no lives or buildings were in immediate danger. Keflavik Airport, Iceland's aviation hub, had a brief moment of alert following standard procedures for eruptions. Flights, however, carried on without cancellations. The airspace above the eruption became a no-fly zone for planes, but brave helicopters ventured in for a closer look. Despite lacking a ground watcher, the eruption still posed a threat to the equality in nearby areas. Professor Magnus Tumi Goodman, a geophysics expert, speculated that this volcanic display could be 5 to 10 times larger than the 21 eruption, though he reassured it wasn't the big one. Reading the landscape, it seemed the lava's journey would lead it into the Mader valleys. As per the latest news on Rev, the fiery crack in the ground has shrunk a bit, with its middle part being the most lively. By August 5, around the same time, the number of daily earthquakes took a dip, but they could still see powerful puffs of gas and steam. Fast forward to the 10th of August. The lava was mostly gushing out from a central cone, making its way both to the southeast and northwest. The Icelandic Meteorological Office noted that the lava was mostly filling up the eastern part of the Mara Delir lava, and this lava show continued until at least August 16. The hot river slowed down its wild dance around August 7 and finally decided to take a break on August 21, 2022. In its grand performance, about 12 million cubic m of lava took the stage up close to the volcano. The lava stage presence reached a whopping 20 to 40 m in thickness. However, as the lava gracefully flowed away from the spotlight down in the Marier Valley, it thinned down to a more modest 5 to 15 m. Since that hot display, the volcano seems to have taken a bow and retreated backstage, leaving the audience with no visible signs of its previous drama. Starting from July 4, 2023, the ground in the area got all shaky and jumpy, with more than 12,000 earthquakes doing their thing then. After a pretty strong 5.2 magnitude quake on July 10, 2023, a crack opened up near Littlehur, northeast of where things had exploded before. This time, things were way more terrible. The first burst of lava was like 10 times what we saw in the initial eruption. Cracks in the earth, originally 200 m long, stretching out for over a whole kilometer between Fagre del Fal and Kier, way longer than what happened in Mirador on the first day alone. The lava was gushing out at a huge rate, like 50 cubic m/s, but it chilled out a bit after that, averaging around 13 cubic m/s. Similar to the peak flow of the first eruption, the eruption started with a bunch of cracks, but eventually they settled into one long crack, forming this towering cone that grew by about 3 m every day. The lava was on the move, heading south to meet the older lava from Marad Alier, but in July 19 the volcano's wall gave way and the lava started flowing in different directions. It eventually got its act together and continued southward. The rim of the crater got wider, making everyone worried it might collapse. Surprisingly, it did collapse on July 24. As time passed, the lava flow slowed down, going from 8 cubic m/s by July 23. Most of it ended up going east, covering about 1-2 kilometers, a huge 12,400 th/000 cubic m of lava, even more than the second eruption. As of August 5, the lava show at Fagre del Fal took a chill pill. The hot dance beneath the surface hinted at a connection with the previous eruptions, kind of like a volcanic family reunion. The eruption's ability vigor had calmed, with the lava rates slowing down from a high Energy 9 cubic m/s to a more laid-back 5 cubic m/s between July 23 and 30. The lava had painted a canvas of about 1.5 square kilometers, totaling a massive 900,000 cubic m, but come early August, the lava flow was dropping to a chill of 3 to 4 cubic m/second, a sign that the volcanic grand finale was on the horizon. The crater, now with less molten drama, birthed a smaller cone inside. On August 5, the volcanic stage lights dimmed. Tourists drawn to the fiery spectacle like moths to a flame had flocked to the site, reaching a staggering 700,000 since the volcanic saga kicked off in 2021. The Fall eruption had taken its final bow, leaving behind a scorched but unforgettable memory for those who witnessed nature's hot performance. November 11 rolls around, and suddenly it's not just another day in Iceland. A state of emergency hits the scene because the ground's been throwing an outburst, with thousands of earthquakes shaking things up since late October. The Icelandic Met Office, the weather whisperers of the land, start sounding the alarm bells because there's this massive magma party happening beneath the surface, and they're worried it might just crash through volcano style. It's not average magma shindig, it's like the VIP section of eruptions, way bigger than anything Fagradalfjall has seen before. An evacuation order hits Grindavik, and people are grabbing their essentials, because nobody wants to be caught in the middle of a volcanic showdown. The is real, and the stage is set for nature's grand spectacle. Thanks for watching another episode of Mega Entertainment. While you are still here, make sure to click the video on your screen for more quality content.